Come here, my friend. I'm not actually gonna hurt you. Just have a giant sword in my hand right now. Hey guys, it's Pat, and today we are going to be doing another mod showcase. And this one is going to be the Monster Hunter mod. And you guys may remember I've actually reviewed this mod quite a while ago, but they have updated it. And yeah, this mod adds in bosses, weapons, and now a brand new dimension as well. So let us get started. So guys, I figured I would start with the weapons because there are some really epic ones. Some of them are like giant too and awesome looking. But the first one is the Kirin Thunder Sword, which does 29 attack damage. I mean, that is a lot of damage right there. And to make this, you are going to need an Iron Sword, a Kirin's Charm, and 2 Kirin's Mains. And as you could probably imagine, they drop off the Kirin boss, which you will see in the other dimension. So what I'm going to do is grab like every weapon, and then we can test them out on the mobs. Alright, so the second one is the Machalite Sword. Oh, and by the way, guys, I'm probably going to pronounce a couple things wrong. I know people really like to comment and say that I pronounced something wrong, so giving you guys another chance to do that, I guess. But this sword right here is very colorful, as you can see, and it does 20 attack damage. And the recipe is 2 Machalite ingots, 2 iron ingots, and also a stick. So I'm going to grab this one too. And this is the Hunter's Longsword. Does 16 attack damage. And to get it, you're going to need Armor Sphere Pluses, and also Machalite ingots with an iron sword. And you're going to see that the spheres are actually some type of ore, which I'll show you guys in a second. And this is the Warhammer. This one is like really awesome. And it does 18 attack damage. And to make it, you need a Machalite ingot, 2 iron ingots, and a brute bone. And the last weapon, the Agito Greatsword. This one's 17 attack damage, and it's amazing looking too. Need a bunch of brute bones for this one, Machalite ingots, and also an iron sword. So I'm going to show you guys exactly what they look like, because they look freaking cool. Alright, so this is me holding this sword. This one is pretty cool looking. Let me switch to this one. Cool looking sword. And this one is like really long, as you can see. And now for the really cool ones. Look at this. This is amazing. I look so awesome. This is how all weapons in Minecraft really should be. They should be this big. And here is a giant sword. This is the Great Sword, which is so epic. I really like big weapons like that. They look so cool when you're holding them. I don't care if it's like twice the size of me. It's alright. So before we get into the mobs, guys, I'm going to go over these tools and the armor. So yeah, there is a Wyvernia axe, a Wyvernia shovel, and a pickaxe as well. And yeah, these are quite powerful, better than diamond. And to make these, what you're going to need is sticks and block design. They really haven't came up with a name yet. Keep in mind, this mod is still a work in progress. But the recipe for this is a bunch of spark dust, and to get this, you need to actually smelt a Mystic Los Jewel. And to get that, you need to smelt flint. So a lot of smelting you got to do to get that, I guess. And yeah, the recipes are pretty much what you'd expect on these. So kind of cool. So there are 3 sets of armor. There's the Kirin set, the Tribal set, and also the Violet set. And to make the Kirin set, as you probably could imagine, you are going to need to kill the Kirin and get some drops from it. So for the helmet, you're going to need a bunch of mains, a charm, and also an armor sphere, which is from the ore. And yeah, the recipes pretty much all require the same materials, as you can see right here. So I'm just going to show them really quickly. Kirin's mains and a Kirin's charm. And the last one does require Machalite ingots as well. So for the tribal set, this is what you're going to need. The boots are the easiest to make because they only require Popo leather, which you can easily get in the other dimension from the Popo, which is a very easy mob to kill. And the pants, they require leather, a charm, and also an armor sphere plus. For the gloves, you're going to need some hides and also the Popo leather. And for the head, you'll need the hides and armor sphere pluses. So still somewhat difficult to make this set too. And the last set just does not have any recipes yet, so I'm not even sure if this one has been implemented. But what we're going to do is grab the Kirin set and put it on so we can fight the mobs. So now for the fun part, guys, we get to fight all the different mobs and test out these weapons. And yeah, a lot of them have actually been in my mob battles before. So the first one is the Urupi. And this one is pretty calm. It's not like a scary mob. It's actually like a little goat. Only has 12 health. And I kind of feel bad hitting it with this. But yeah, it is dead. And you can see it dropped a couple things here. It dropped some bleeded Urupi horns. And at the moment, these really aren't used for anything. So the next mob we're going to take a look at is the Popo. And as I mentioned, it does drop some very important leather in this mod. So this dude is actually pretty big, but he only has 45 health. And if you have an epic sword like this one right here, I can easily kill him. And yeah, he died extremely easily. And I'll show you guys exactly what he dropped here. He dropped some raw meat, which the texture does look a little weird on, but some pretty good food in this mod too. And also the brute bone, which is required for some of the recipes as well. So the next two we're going to look at are the village defender and the enforcer. And you might actually see these in your world like out and fighting mobs, which is pretty cool. Alright, so the village defender can spawn with random armor on. And here he is, and yeah, this one actually has really epic stuff on. I'm kind of afraid to even attack him, to be honest. Let me spawn another one. Yeah, that is more my style right there. Let me take him with the hunter's longsword. And they are extremely quick. Let me show you. Alright, hit me, bro. Yeah, he is fast. He is pretty quick. Hard to get away from them, so you probably don't want to aggro them. Especially if they have, like, awesome gear on like this. I have, like, one of the best sets on, and I'm fighting with some really good weapons, too. And he's barely taking any damage at all. So, kind of cool. I really like how they can spawn with, like, random stuff on. And this one actually did drop the Kieran chest, which is definitely very cool. Alright, so this one is the enforcer. And yeah, these dudes, they don't spawn with random armor on, but they also do go after mobs. And should be quite a bit easier to kill. Let's try out the Warhammer. Alright, Warhammer is really powerful, and they don't even go after you if you attack them, so pretty safe with these. Alright, so let's kill these dudes, and we will see exactly what they drop here. We got a gold ingot from one of them. Look at my weapon. It just looks ridiculous right now. So the next mob we're going to look at is the Vespoid, and this one is actually just the bee, which you'll see right here. It's got 10 health, and now it's time to test out this awesome sword. And yeah, it's harder to hit one of these than you think it would be. Come back, I'm not going to hurt you, bee. But yeah, you don't have too much to worry about. Not really much to show with that. It just flew away on me. So the next one is the Velociprey. So we will spawn this one in, and it has 140 health, and it's like a dinosaur. It looks to be pretty powerful. But of course, we have some pretty good armor on. And now, I can test out my greatsword, which is so epic, isn't it? And yeah, that is a lot of drops right there. That is a ton of stuff, as you can see. I got a bunch of poison sacks. I got some shells, monster bones, and some wings too. So yeah, that is going to be quite helpful. But of course, this is still a work in progress, and they're probably going to tone down that drop, I would imagine. So the next mob is the Apsaros, and this one is pretty cool looking. It has 55 health, and when I hit it, it will go after me, as you can see right here. The thing is, I have really good armor on, and I have to, because the mobs we're going to be fighting after this are going to be so hard, it's going to be ridiculous. And it looks to have dropped some raw meat as well. So this is the final, like, normal mob, and the other four are all bosses that are very difficult to kill. So this one is the Cephalos, and it has 75 health, and it's kind of like the Cephadrome, except not quite as powerful. Alright, so we are going to kill it. It shouldn't be too much of a problem. It's really big. It doesn't actually fly, though, but definitely bites you extremely quickly. So we've killed it there. Alright, now it's time for the bosses, guys. So, guys, I figured we would go with the Cephadrome first. And a lot of you have probably seen it from my mob battle series. And right now, he is a little bit glitched. But I'll show you. He's extremely powerful, and now he has a new ability to launch you into the air. So he has 775 health, and as you can see, he's just like knocking me into the air over and over again. And yeah, his hitbox is a little bit messed up right now, so I'm not sure I'm going to be able to kill him. But as you can see, he is more powerful than ever and even launches you like straight into the air. Yeah, that is crazy right there. Oh my god, I am going to get killed. So yeah, guys, the Cephadrome is not killable at this point, but is definitely going to be a really hard fight when it's done. But the next one is the Kieran. And many of you have probably seen that too, but the Kieran has been changed quite a bit. Before it was a passive monster and like a peaceful looking unicorn. Now things have changed, which you'll see in 1 second. Here we go. Kieran against me. And yeah, it seems really mad, and it's much bigger and scarier than ever before. As you can see, it has 1,700 hit points. Guys, this is not an easy fight. I need a golden apple before I'm killed here. Now that is one mad unicorn. I mean, look at this thing. It's attacking me like crazy. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to try this again in the arena, guys, because this is amazing right here. So what I'm gonna do is finish it off, because it's gonna take a while to kill. As you guys can see, the Kieran is more powerful than ever. So many lightning attacks, and it is just insane. And drops a ton of stuff. So as I mentioned before, it drops a lot of like the pieces of the sets, and we'll see exactly what we got here. So we got some Kieran's mains, we got Kieran's charms, we also got diamonds, and we got a bunch of Kieran's buffs, which is kind of like a potion. So guys, here is the next boss. This one is Basarios, and he is pretty scary looking too, and extremely tough. He has 1,300 health. He actually is passive unless you attack him, but of course we are going to do that. Come here, my friend. I'm not actually going to hurt you. Just have a giant sword in my hand right now. All right, here we go. And I am poisoned right off the bat and taking some serious damage. Oh, God, he's jumping. Oh, my God. Watch out for that move. He, like, jumps into the air and does so much damage. I mean, this dude really means business. And from what I noticed, he can poison you from really far away and even damage you from quite far. So, yeah, I had to use my golden apple. I had no choice. And it takes forever to kill him. That's something I noticed. It takes so long. It took me forever before when I was practicing just to kill this dude. He just does not take much damage, constantly is poisoning you, and jumping into the air and like crushing the ground. I mean, this dude is a beast. And look at that. Another hole in the ground. So yeah, you might want to watch out for this dude. He's extremely powerful. And he drops a lot of the same stuff, a lot of the materials used for crafting recipes. Okay, guys, so this one is the special mob, and it's actually the giant. If you remember from last time, they actually took it out of the mod. They might re-implement it, but the dude is actually more powerful than ever. So here we go. This is the giant, from what I remember, and he has 415 health, and before he was really easy to kill, but now when you get close to him, he, like, keeps hitting you. So let me hit him here, and he knocks you into the air, and he has, like, a really big, like, hit range. It's oh, God, I'm not gonna get away, am I? He's chasing me. Don't get chased by this dude. He's like the creepiest dude in the world. Look at him. Please stop going after me. Alright, so I had to go into creative to finish him off, and he is dead. So yeah, right now he does not drop anything, but he is extremely hard to kill because you can't really get in there with like a melee weapon. You're going to need some type of bow to fight him. So guys, I put a potion of hunger on myself so I can show you all the different foods and how much they help you. So the first one is the Kieran's buff, which you guys are probably wondering about. So if I eat this one, it gives me a bunch of hunger back, and I also get resistance for 2.5 minutes, which is pretty awesome. And the next one is hot milk. So if I drink this, I'll get some hunger back, and now I actually have speed for 2.5 minutes. I love stuff like this. I love when food actually gives you buffs instead of just, you know, like helping your hunger. It is so much more fun. So the next one is just plain cooked meat, and if I eat this, I am going to get 2 hunger back, so not really too much from that one. But what you can do is make buffed popo meat. And the recipe for it is 2 Kieran's buffs, cooked meat, and bread. And this one is much better. So guys, when I eat this one, you're going to see what happens here. I get a bunch of hunger, and I get jump boost now. So many cool effects you can get like from the foods in this mod. So now it's time to actually go into the other dimension. And this is what you're going to need. You actually saw these blocks before. I showed you guys how to make the block design, and that is exactly what the portal is made out of. But to light it, you are going to need firestone. And to make that, you will need 2 stone and 1 flint and steel. So let's head in. Here we go, guys. I like jumped like right over it. Alright, so one thing that's a little messed up is when you leave, it's not going to spawn you like perfectly. Every time it has spawned me in the air, but luckily it didn't like drop me down or something. It spawned like a platform here. So I guess that's not too bad, but they probably are going to need to work on that. So guys, now we are in the brand new dimension. And really, I love how they added this. It makes the world like so much more exciting when you can like travel through dimensions. And it definitely looks pretty cool. You can see a bunch of those bees like flying around. And here are the popo. There's plenty of them, so you should have no problem getting the leather you need from them. And there's actually a couple different biomes here. And here's the mob we were fighting before, and I believe those are the enforcers around. Which, as I mentioned, they attack stuff, and apparently killed one right here, because I see, like, all the loot, like, all over the ground. So if you guys do some traveling in the dimension, you're going to notice some giant mountains. I mean, look at this right here. This is pretty sick. So we will go into here, and there's a bunch of cool trees, too. At the moment, I don't think there's any structures. I know they did have a village, but I think they took it out, and they're still, like, working on it. So there are going to be, like, villages in the dimension. And here is another one of the biomes. And this one is kind of filled with, like, lava and, more mountains. Oh, here's the desert. This is the one I really wanted to find, because this is where the Cephadrome and also the Cephaloss spawns. I think I can see some like right there. But yeah, guys, you're going to see a lot of different bosses in this dimension. And yeah, that is the Cephaloss right there. And I think that is the Cephadrome. Yeah, it is. So the Cephadromes are just wandering around in this biome right here, which is the wide desert. So this is an extremely dangerous place to be. There's like one stuck in that. But yeah, there's a lot of different biomes and stuff to explore. And you're going to find a lot of different bosses just like searching around this place. But anyways, guys, that's about all there is to show with this mod. If you want to check it out, the download is in the description. And if you enjoyed the review, I'd really appreciate it if you left a like and subscribed. It really does help me out. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you next time.